Welcome, Dr. Pradeep Jindal, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Due to some technical issues, sorry for that, sir.
No problem. I can understand, ma'am. It happens most of the times.
Dr. Pradeep Jindal, sir. This is the assistant professor in mechanical engineering department. From Yadindra College of Engineering and Technology, Talwandi Sabo, Batinda, and it will focus on the topic how to use the effective and ICT tool platform for effective teaching.
Ma'am, just click on the enable editing on the screen. Click on the enable editing, and then your screen will be active. On your screen, you must be finding a screen sharing has been stopped.
Welcome, sir. Welcome again, sir. I will brief data about the Pradeep Jindal, sir. Dr. Jindal is serving as assistant professor in mechanical engineering department at Punjabi University Regional Campus, Yadindra College of Engineering and Technology. Dr. Jindal is basically graduate in mechanical engineering from SBS State Technical Campus, Firozpur. He did his MTech from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, and PhD from Punjabi University, Patiala. Being GATE qualified, he was the recipient of MHRD scholarship during his MTech at Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. His doctoral research work was carried out through his research project of rupees 25 lakhs, a grant from DST, New Delhi. He has more than 70 years of teaching, research, and administrative experience in teaching and technical institutions and universities, including Punjabi University's Patiala, main campus, IKJ, Punjab Technical University, Jalandhar, Guru Gobind Singh College of Engineering and Technology. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being the part of this FDP. And you can start the session today, sir. You can start now your session with your topic.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I'm going to start. Ma'am, can you please put your screen sharing off?
Yes, sir. Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
For the long time, I find.
Yeah. In the beginning, very much beginning, first of all, namaste to all of you. I am not invited. I don't feel invited here because I still consider myself to be a part of Guru Gobind Singh College of Engineering and Technology. I started my career from this institute itself, and it has given me a wonderful experience, a platform to work, and I really enjoy the time spent over here. So most of the participants I am looking into the list are my friends, my students, my old colleagues. So thanks for inviting me to share my lecture once again with all of you. I'm really thankful to the Dean, Dr. Ravinder Singh, for providing me an opportunity to invite here to share my views on the online teaching with the faculty members of Guru Kashi University and the other institutions who are joining this FDP online 1 week faculty development program. So my lecture would be not the kind of a formal interaction. It will be a workshop, I will say. So let me start with first of all I am from Yadindra College of Engineering, Punjabi University, Guru Kashi campus, Talwandi Sabo, which is very much in the neighbor to Guru Kashi University. So I'm also a part of Society of Materials and Mechanical Engineers, the society which is running under the able patronageship of Dr. Satya Prakash as the patron of the society, and president as Dr. Bhuta Singh Sidhu, Vice Chancellor, MRS Punjab Technical University, Bathinda. We have the institutional members, IIT Ropar, SSG Giri, Punjab University Regional Center, Hoshiarpur, Shahid Udham Singh Group of Institutes, Tangori, Baba Farid College of Engineering and Technology, Bathinda. The society has organized a series of national and international conferences at various platforms. Earlier, it was organized at the different institutions. Last year, it was organized at IIT Ropar, then at MRSPTU, Bathinda. And this year's conference is being organized at IIT Ropar again of 2021. So I invite all the participants to submit their work in this conference. It is a wonderful experience of participating in this conference. The society is also publishing a biannual journal, Surface Engineering and Materials Technology. It's an international journal. So now coming to the overview of the talk. So I'll be talking about little bit the number of platforms which are available. Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, Moodle, and number of various other platforms are there. But I'll be focusing more on Zoom in today's lecture, and we'll be talking about Moodle some other day in some other session. So live online lecturing. So what are the techniques? What are the tips which you should take care for delivering the online lecture? Tips for making online lecture delivery interesting and effective. Because what happens, what I feel, that when we are delivering the lecture through the online mode, then we are unable to attract the students to listen to the instructions or to listen to the lecture attentively. So I'll be discussing most of the tips which I used, and I could get much of the success that I could attract most of the students to the online lecturing. Online tools for converting teaching content to digital form. Basically, during this interval, what happened? The Corona or COVID-19 it came at a sudden. So we were not prepared for that. So the most of the problems which I faced, that I had to spend a lot of time for converting the material into digital content. So there are a number of systems available online through which I can get my scanned documents converted directly into the digital editable form. And it is also helpful to the other languages, means Punjabi, Hindi, like that. So coming to the various platforms of the online teaching. So we have discussed about that. Now modes of live online lecture delivery. So what are the different modes through which we can deliver our lecture? First of all, this is one of the mode. Here I can see, you can see, when camera is focused on board and the teacher, means the students are able to see the teacher as well as the board at which the content is written by the teacher. This is the first of the mode. So I'll be discussing relative merits and demerits of all other modes of the lecture delivery, online lecture delivery. Second one is the camera focused on the paper and pen. Means we can hang our mobile phone itself to focus its camera on the paper and pen, and through this we can deliver the lecture. So what are the relative benefits and demerits of the different modes, that I will be discussing side by side. Once let me complete the third mode. Third one is sharing computer screen. As I am doing right now, I am sharing my computer screen and I am able to annotate on it. So this is the third mode of the lecture delivery. Okay, so for the first mode, relatively a bigger kind of infrastructure requirements are there. So I will be requiring a whiteboard or blackboard or electronic board, whatsoever is available to you. So I'll be needing a tripod stand or some other arrangement to focus the mobile phone or the other camera on the whiteboard. And no doubt the neckband or some cordless device to listen to the queries, and so that microphone is very much near to you. Otherwise, once you are delivering the lecture through this mode, your camera is quite away from you, camera as well as microphone. So your voice won't be able to reach the participants in a very effective way. So in this case, the bigger kind of arrangement or more adjustments you will have to make for delivering the online lecture. And most of the time, what are the other problems? The glare means once this board is placed here, then lighting arrangement must be there, but the reflection of that will reach to the camera, and that will obstruct the view of the whatsoever is written on the blackboard or whiteboard. So that is the problem which I face, because first experiment I started with this kind of structure, but I couldn't get that much success because that require a lot of expertise and other kind of arrangements for delivering the lecture through this mode. Is there any query from the participants? So we'll be having a open discussion at the end of the lecture. Another is the camera focused on the paper and pen. So in the beginning, I was not having any arrangement. So I made many experiments to focus the camera. So this is my first experiment, which you can see. So this kind of device you can find in the mobile shops, where they use it to display the mobile phones. So this was the very first arrangement which I could make to focus the camera on my paper pen. And through this, the mode of lecture delivery was quite effective as compared to the previous one. Because the previous arrangement, when camera is focused on the board and the lecture, that is quite long process, or you need quite large expertise for that, right? So after all, these kinds of things which you can use for hanging the mobile. I request the participants kindly put your microphones on the mute. Thank you. So this is the another setup which I made for online lecture delivery. This is a very simple arrangement. It is very, very effective. I'll say this is very, very effective, and it is very cost effective. Effective in terms of lecture delivery as well as cost effective as well. So in this, I used only the sanitary PVC pipes. So you can see only 3 pipes or four pieces of small pipes were used, and elbows, means these are called elbows, bends I used. This is the mobile holder which I got from the market, and it was put on the one board on which some mica is pasted. So it was put like this. The arrangement is very simple. I need not to go to any of the carpenter or anyone else. This was available to me at my home, and I could make this arrangement very simply at my home itself. Now, no expertise is required in this. So even I can send you the dimensions, what are the dimensions of these pipes, so that you are able to focus your mobile phone on the paper. So in this case, your paper will be placed here on the, you can keep your copy, you can keep any book, or you can keep your paper pen over here. And whatsoever you will be writing, that will be visible to the students. So this is one of the very effective way, especially for the numericals. So I was facing a lot of difficulty while delivering the lectures, while covering the numerical part of the refrigeration and air conditioning. I am taking this subject. And during the lecture delivery, in the beginning, I faced many difficulties. But once I fabricated this kind of very small setup, so after that, covering the numericals, it became very, very simple. So this is my, I'm not making any formal delivery of learning lecture. This is my personal experience, what kind of problems I faced and what kind of solutions I could make for the problems. Now, for third kind of category, once I'm sharing this screen, just like now, in this, we have the share screen option in the Zoom and all other online lecture delivery apps. So through which I made many experiments. And what could I get to know that how to make it more and more interesting. So for this kind of lecture delivery, one point which I have mentioned here, choice of background. Now you can see here the background is white. And I have considered this very simple example in which I just suppose I am teaching physics to the students because from whatsoever the field you are, this is the problem from the 9th, 10th class. And this is a very simple problem. Suppose I want to make the students understand that one ball is dropped from the top and one ball is thrown upward from the bottom. So they'll be moving up and it will be moving down. So the point where they will be meeting, you'll have to tell the distance from the top and from the bottom, at what distance they will be meeting, and the time after which they will be striking each other. So now you need to understand that before delivering my lecture, first of all, I need to make this kind of arrangement or presentation in my lecture. So that the question is, I need not to write the question here. I need not to write the question here. It is directly available to my screen. It is saving a lot of time because once my lecture is prepared, all the questions are in well sequence, then I'll be able to deliver the lecture very effectively. So now here, this is one arrangement in which I can use a stylus and the touchpad. I have bought one for the my lecture delivery. I'll be sharing the performances of this touchpad and stylus. The performance is wonderful and the cost is very, very less. And through this, if I want to explain the lecture, then I can use this area for the explaining the concept to the students. Now this concept. Now, my first step, I used to write the question on the screen. Then I explained on this area. Second step, then I summarized or I kept the questions in the sequence in the presentation itself, like this. Then I explained. Then I did the third experiment. Now I want to share you the same experiment, that how interesting it would be. Now I'm using here the background. Now this is very, very important point which we have the kids at our home as well. So if I am using the black background, right? So it will be creating a very little trouble to the eyes. So there is a common problem for each and every parent and each and every student who is studying, who is attending the online lectures, that in the previous slide, you can see the kind of glare. You will be feeling somewhat uncomfortable with the white background. But here you'll be feeling some soothing effect, right? So once we are delivering the lecture for 1 day, 2 days, for a week, then there is no so much a problem. But once the lectures are to be delivered for a full year, because we know that for the last 1.5 years, about 2 years, we are delivering the lectures online only. And the students are, the screen time of the students is very, very high. So in that case, you need to be very much cautious about the choice of the background, about the choice of color contrast. Now here the same question which was explained in the previous slide. So I have kept it here, but here with some more animations. So here earlier this was the situation. Now I will make it clear that this the yellow ball is thrown upward with 50 meters per second and the blue ball is dropped from the top. right? After that, I added animation into it. So it made the overall concept and overall appearance very attractive to the students. I could get the level of understanding, level of participation, level of response very, very good in this kind of experimentation. So once I switched on to this, then I got that what will be the distance x1, x2 and time in which they would be striking. Earlier, the same thing was available, but it was available in this shape. Now you can very well compare the kind of impact you are making for your online lecture delivery. And this is what kind of impact it is leaving. It is making everything very, very clear. So the online lecture delivery becomes very, very attractive and effective. And then another part, make a regular practice that you make even after every 10 minutes. After every 10 minutes, I made a practice that I used to ask the question. So once you are asking the question, try to ask in the form of a multiple choice. You have to give the 4 choices, 5 choices, or whatsoever the content is there. I have just considered a very simple example. And in this, I have given 4 choices. Then I announce the students that you have to send your answers to me in the private chat, in the direct chat. So what is the benefit of that? So I'll be getting the answers in the private chat, means no one else is going to get the answer. That one student has sent the answer, but no other student will get the chance to know that what is the answer sent by the already given by the student. So in that case, so I'll be opening the chat box in parallel, and I'll be opening the participant list in parallel. So I used to count the number of participants. There are 29 participants and I got 21 answers. So there is a gap of 8, right? So I used to announce the names of the students who are absent in the class. This is very, very effective in getting the attentiveness of the students. So I normally say that student this and this, they have not sent the answer. It is not a big task. You have to send A, B, and C and D. So it shows that you are virtually present in the platform, but you are not attending the lecture. So the statement made like this. So even then you can ask the students that I'm preparing a record, I'm taking the screenshot of all this, and the students who are virtually present, they are not going to get the attendance. So that is just a threat. Means you are just creating an that kind of background, that kind of environment that every student must listen to you, because if they listen to you, then only they can understand what you are delivering. Otherwise, they won't be able to get anything out of that. So these are my experiences which I am sharing with you. These are very, very small points. Many of my friends must be adopting the even much better techniques than me, but I'll be very happy if they will share with me at the end of the discussion. But what I felt and what I got the much more attentiveness of the students, that is what I am sharing through this lecture. Next, now teaching through presentation mode. So good and well designed PowerPoint presentation is must. It is required, right? And let me change the color of the, yeah. A good and well designed PowerPoint presentation, it is must. Once you are delivering the lecture through the third mode, right? So if I will rate the different modes, first mode was on blackboard or whiteboard. Second mode was by focusing your camera on the paper pen. Third mode is the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, or anything else, means if you are directly sharing the screen itself. So in this case, if you are using this one, then in third mode, your preparation should be very, very good. In the second mode, if you are not prepared with your presentation, you can directly go on paper pen and can start delivering the lecture. But for the third mode, I could find that this is the most effective way. This is the most effective way because the content is very much effectively clear to the students. There is no camera. Even the data consumed in this way, the mobile data or the internet data consumed in this is very, very less. In these two modes, it is very high because it is sending your video directly from the camera, and that is a very heavy data. In case of screen sharing, that is also video, but it is not a heavy data. So you will find that if the internet connection is not that fast, even then you will be able to deliver your lecture in a very effective way. Means the student will not be prompting again and again that the video is not clear, it is blur or like that, right? So a very good presentation in the third mode, it is the prerequisite. You need to prepare the presentation in advance. Then annotation features are there. So here I am using the annotation feature of the PowerPoint itself. But apart from the PowerPoint, the annotation features of the this I can say I'm not finding the annotation feature here in the Zoom. Can anybody excuse me? May I request the organizers?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, actually, I'm not finding the annotation feature over here. Is there any option which you need to switch on for opening the annotation feature? Annotation. You must be getting the feature for annotation. Annotate.
Okay, sir.
There must be option written there. Annotate.
Okay. That is, I think.
If you can switch on that, then I'll be able to show more features on this.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Just a minute, sir.
Because once I am running the meeting from my end, I am starting the meeting from my end, then this feature is available here. But here I'm not able to find the annotate feature. And, I suppose you need to switch it on from your end.
Okay, sir. I just try.
Or let me, we can do one thing. The meeting is going to end in 10 minutes. So we can do one thing. I will wind it the other part of the lecture, wind up the other part of the lecture. And once we have to start the meeting once again, then I will be starting the meeting, Zoom meeting from my end. I'll be sharing the meeting ID and password in the group itself. So everyone can join from that itself. Is it okay? Ma'am, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. So let me show this video. Number of stylus and touchpads are available. This is from XP Pen. So whatsoever you are writing here, it is visible on the screen, you can see. But here what I suggested, that it is the white background. But if we are using the black background, then it is a very, very effective way to protect the eyes of the student. Okay. I think you have made me as the, but I'm not getting the annotation feature still. Anyhow, we will continue in the next session. I'll be sharing the meeting ID and link, right? So this is whatever we are writing, it will be displayed on the screen, and it is a wonderful tool which is required for presenting your lecture through screen sharing. So there are another kinds of available like this. Once you can you have this sizes like this. Actually, these arrangements are a bit costly. Means it will go around, it will cost 20,000. So the cost-effective ways are available as you can get below 3,500, 3,500. So the stylus will. So this is another way through which you can make your online lecture delivery very, very effective. So here, ma'am, I think we should stop the end the meeting, and I'll do one thing. I'll be sending the meeting link from my side. In that case, I'll be able to show the annotation feature from my side. Is that
Okay,
okay?
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm going to end the meeting right now, and immediately I'll be sending the link for the new meeting.
Okay.